All right, normally I do live videos, but today I'm going to actually shoot a video because I'm so far out. And the cool thing is, wires, they make like a really cool, like Star Wars photon type of noise. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. Today I'm going to talk about The Matrix, the movie, the 1999 version, and starting to believe. That's what I'm going to talk about. You guys know that I spent a lot of time here. I've had a lot of personal issues in my life, problems, and I've been trying to work on them regularly. And I started working on them by reading the Bible. I was looking up what kind of plant this was with Google Image. I gotta look it up again. There's a lot of these here. Some yellow flowers too, and cacti. It's pretty crazy. So by reading the Bible, I'm starting to realize all of the problems that have been happening in my life. When I was younger, I started going to church with my family, Baptist church, when I was like 3 years old. And by the time I was like 10 or 11, I was playing the drums for the pianist, organist, and the choir, right? And I basically went to church every Sunday until I was about 18 or 19 years old. And then I started to go venture out into the world a little bit. Now fast forward, I'm 44 years old now. And I started reading the Bible like with, the 25 years of life experience between 19 and now. And I've realized that I'm basically have been doing everything that the Bible says I'm not supposed to do. So I more or less fell all the way by the wayside. So, 26 years ago, in 1999, the original Matrix came out. And I'm not going to talk about the full movie in detail. I'm just going to talk about one particular spot of that movie. It's the spot where Morpheus asked the operator to load the jump program. And in the jump program, they're on top of a building. And Morpheus looks right in Neo's face and he says, "Free your mind." And then he turns around, he sprints to the edge of the building, and he jumps a 100-foot gap. And he lands it. And then the camera cuts to Neo, and Neo says, "That's impossible." Which is the point of me making this video today. The jump program wasn't for Neo to succeed the first time. It was a test to see if he believed that he can actually do it. Because when he did it, after watching Morpheus did it, he had the gumption and he said, "Okay, let me give it a shot." He made it about 10 feet out and then he fell straight down. And the asphalt broke away and he kind of bounced. And then they pulled him back out of the Matrix and they explained to him that the mind and the body die at the same time in the Matrix. You can't live without the other. The point is, though, the reason why I wanted to say that is because later in that movie, Neo's progression in faith gets stronger and stronger, and even at one point Morpheus says he's starting to believe. And I think I figured out what a lot of us, definitely myself, I can only speak for myself, but I think I figured out what the issue is with many of us. The issue is, if you feel that your life isn't where you want it to be, if you feel that you've messed it all up and you've got insurmountable obstacles to overcome, and you feel like, well, maybe I'm too old, Well, there's still more time. God's always going to give you time. God's always going to give you a chance, to start over, to start anew, get on the right path. But the thing is, I've realized why I'm not where I want to be in my life, and it may apply to you as well. And it's because whenever you get challenged to do something, whenever you get an idea, let's say I want to walk across this valley and go hike that mountain, okay? That's a little bit challenging, but it's not impossible. But if I say, before I even take this first step right here, if I say, that's impossible, I'm never going to do it. In reality, if I came out here 5 a.m. in the morning and I had the proper clothing on and a hiking stick, I could probably make it over there and up that mountain by noon. Definitely possible. Let's say you want to write a book or record a song or an album, or you want to be a dancer on TikTok. You want to start a business. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Yeah, you're probably going to have to focus on it, do some reading, some studying, but it's definitely not jumping 100-foot gap. You can do it. But the mindset is the thing that has to first change. That's why Morpheus had Neo do the jump program. And even some of the other crew members were stating, no one ever makes the first jump. Of course not, because it's not for you to make. It's a mindset. If you believe that you can do something and you never take the attitude of, that's impossible, that's too hard, then you will always achieve goals quickly and in rapid succession, because you won't take on the mindset of, I can't do that. And that is a mindset that I feel has been programmed into our minds, for those of us who grew up in the United States, by the society that we live in. We live in a society that encourages us to stay inside of the box. Don't veer too far away. Stay within the group of cattle or the herd of goats. Don't push too far out. Don't try to do too much. And what that does is it kills and stifles your ambition. So as you get older and you move on through life and you say, I'm not satisfied with where I am, what I've done, what I've accomplished. I don't feel too good about this. This is the answer. It's your mindset. Once you take the attitude that, yes, I can do that. Yes, I believe I can do that. Your mind will manifest what you believe. So if you believe you can't do it, you won't do it. But if you believe you can do it, you will do it, accomplish it, and then take on an even bigger challenge. I have been plagued by a mindset problem that has kept me stuck in a career that I didn't love, in a life that I didn't want for far too long. And this is how you change it. Anything you've ever thought about doing, first ask yourself, is it something that's going to kill me? If it's not, then you should not be saying that's impossible. You should be saying positive affirmations. I believe I can do this. I believe I can accomplish this. I believe I have the power and the will to do this. I believe God will help me do this. God will help me accomplish that. And that is spell work. You're spelling with your mouth. You're speaking it into existence. I will walk across that valley and climb that mountain. If you keep saying that and you come back here every day, you'll get the right gear, you'll get in shape, and before you know it, you'll go out there with the right amount of water, the right amount of trail mix, and probably in less than 2 weeks, you'll set out there early in the morning, you'll walk across that valley, and you'll reach all the way up top to the top of that mountain right there. And you say, wow, I did it. And when you get there, you might come up with another idea, another challenge, another goal. But it all starts with you believing. There's so many things I could have done 15, 25 years ago, but I didn't believe in myself. Don't worry about that over there. They are burning trash. That is normal here. It's not a forest fire. I didn't believe in myself 15, 25 years ago. So I had great ideas that God wanted me to put out in the world, bring into fruition, but I didn't. Because I didn't believe in myself. I was worried about what other people would say, what other people would think. I was unable to free my mind. And as a result, 15, 25 years later, I was unable to free my life. So if any of you are watching this, if you're older than me, but especially if you're younger than me, I'm 44 years old, I really need you to lock this message into your memory. Don't worry about what friends and family are going to think. Some people in your circle might actually pretend to be your friends, but they're actually your enemy, and they want to see you fail. Do not pay attention to them. Focus on what you believe you can manifest and put 100% of your effort into it. Because the only thing that separates you, if you want to be a rapper per se, from Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne one day believed that he was good enough to be a rapper. And he pursued it. And so can you. If you want to be a writer, you want to be an astronaut, you want to be a pilot, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, if you believe you can be it, you will be it. And that sounds so redundant and simple, but you understand that we live in a society where we are socially judged and forced to conform to a norm that we may not want. This is why I implore you, when you get an idea, when you know what you want to do, follow it and believe that you can achieve it, and do not worry about what other people say, if it gets hard, if you run out of money. These are the things that discourage people off of their path. I didn't have enough money, so I gave up. Oh, my girlfriend didn't like that I was doing that, so I gave up. I was worried about what my parents would think, so I gave up. My manager said I got to work double overnight shifts this weekend, so I couldn't do it. I gave up. That's the stuff that you're going to regret in the future when you realize it's just that I didn't believe. Because it got a little hard, got a little challenging, I got a little tired. Maybe I started shifting my energy and focus into other things. And then your life ends up passing you by. And all the wonderful things that God wanted for you to manifest and for you to have an abundant life here on earth have slipped through your fingers. And you're blaming the devil. And the devil was there. The devil was the one saying, you're too tired. You should pay more attention to your girlfriend. You shouldn't do this. You're not that good at it. You're going to embarrass yourself. That's the ego fear that stops us from achieving our dreams. And I don't want that to happen to you. I am now following God's teachings in the Bible, but I wish that all of you will follow yourselves first. Believe in yourself. And then you read the Bible and you come to spacious places like this to pray and receive your messages from God when you get weary and you get worried about your path. And you ask God for help and guidance and strength so that you don't give up and so that you can manifest and achieve your dreams. That's what I want for all of you, because I care about you and God cares about you. And I want to see you all manifest and have the life that you want and deserve. And I'm telling you right now, there's nobody in your way other than your own mind. It's your mindset. If you believe something, then speak it into existence. Pray about it, and you will manifest it here in the real world. That is an absolute 100% fact. I appreciate all of you watching this video. Please like and subscribe. May God bless you all. May you all achieve your dreams. Believe in yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it.